Hi, this is Emma, and welcome to Esoteric Detective. There is a new movement. And it's a movement that is fast growing, and full of people that do not believe that the world is round. That is, full of people that believe it is flat. For thousands of years mankind thought the earth was flat and you could sail to the edge of the world, where you might fall off. Then by around the 14th century most educated scholars agreed with the viewpoint of the ancient Greeks that it was, in fact, a sphere. But now, amazingly, waves of people are reverting back to the age-old theory the globe is more a diorama, with the hardcore among them adding the theory that this flat earth is capped off with a glass dome that prevents us from leaving. And it is not just YouTube video makers in their bedrooms putting together short films touting the theory. A series of, in some cases, slick websites, are trying to convince the world things are much flatter have sprung up. Most agree the world is not a spherical planet in space, but, instead a disc or plane. One of the slickest looking websites is enclosedworld.com. It brings together a series of YouTube videos called Flat Earth Clues which started being posted online this year. The website claims the flat Earth is protected by a giant glass dome, the surface of which is higher than any plane can fly. It is run by Mark Sargent, an IT specialist, from Boulder, Colorado, who last year in his own words began looking into the flat Earth theory. But rather than disprove it, Mr. Sargent became a convert and then one of its greatest supporters. He argues there was no science to prove the world was a sphere. And when the first space rockets were launched in the 1950s they discovered the glass ceiling, and that no one could leave the planet. His videos suggest the nuclear test launches of the 1950s were a futile bid to blow through the dome, and when that didn't work they dreamed up the space race and moon landings as a way of convincing the world otherwise. Mr. Sargent claims every photo of the Earth from space you have ever seen is a fake. There are many websites like Mark's, and they seem to be on the rise, with YouTube channels and new websites popping up daily. Many well-designed and with well-mannered and articulate hosts. However, some critics of the new Flat Earth movement have stated that this new wave in Flat Earth thinking is at its heart a carefully organized psychological manipulation in order to soak up human resources from conspiracy fields, such as 9/11 truth, moon hoax and other science-heavy conspiracy fields. This, the critics say, is an operation in order not only to taint past research but also future research, since the term conspiracy theorist has seemed to lose some of its stigma in recent years. However, now there is a seasoned effort to replace the term conspiracy theorist with flat earther, as a way to call those that believe in various conspiracies as non-scientific. Of course, the idea that the Earth is flat could be true. Although in order for the world to be flat and not round, would go against the current scientific models that help us understand and predict our current reality.
Here's a map of ancient Egypt. I've inserted two sticks or obelisks, one up here in Alexandria and one down here in Syene. Now, if at a certain moment each stick casts no shadow at all, that's perfectly easy to understand, provided the Earth is flat. If the shadow at Syene is at a certain length, and the shadow at Alexandria is the same length, that also makes sense on a flat Earth. But how could it be, Eratosthenes asked, that at the same instant there was no shadow at Syene and a very substantial shadow at Alexandria? The only answer was that the surface of the Earth is curved.
What do you guys think? Could the world really be flat? Have we really been lied to about everything we understand about our planet? Is there really a glass dome covering our flat Earth? Or is this new movement some kind of government experiment or psychological operation, with disinformation agents trying to corrupt the conspiracy fields? Stay tuned and subscribe to Esoteric Detective to keep up to date with the strange and unusual. And please give a thumbs up if you liked the video. Until next time, don't sail too close to the edge, you might very well fall off.